Breaking news. In a rant, Putin's spokesman called for the liquidation on the spot of anti-Russian critics. According to Vladimir Solovyov, the Kremlin is not doing enough to silence those who speak out against Russia's involvement in the conflict in Ukraine. Premium Express banner at a nightmare for Vladimir Putin, as hundreds of Wagner troops mysteriously vanish in Belarus. The troops are threatening to withdraw from the Ukraine fight, and Putin has been given an ultimatum. Treatment for sleep apnea may be more reasonably priced than you imagine. Apnea, online advertisements. Rising rumors Wagner's boss avoided death by escaping on the second plane. Putin's only European ally has been killed, and the consequences for him are dire. He said that due to Russia's approach, many people are not afraid to betray the motherland with their words, and that they should be liquidated on the spot. In his most recent rant, Solovyov advocated for Putin to take a harder line against critics in order to instill greater fear in them. Solovyov said, "I believe that it is necessary to realize the level of danger." In a clip posted to the X account The Kremlin Yap, a channel dedicated to sharing footage from Russian propaganda shows. However, we punish national traitors by sending them to prison for 2 years, fining them, and making them publicly apologize. They are not afraid to betray the motherland, to throw bottles at military commissariats, to supply data on the movement of our troops, or to burn relay cabinets. Their bodies are not literally dangling from poles. They have no fear, the propagandist argued further. They fail to recognize that punishment and lengthy sentences are inescapable. They are never held accountable. Foreign authorities do not investigate or prosecute domestic thugs who threaten citizens. Nobody was smuggled in and nobody was killed on the spot. No action was taken. Since the beginning of the invasion of Ukraine in 2022, Solovyov has been known to launch into febrile rants in favor of the death penalty and the use of nuclear weapons. His strong advocacy for the death penalty for traitors and their sponsors served to drive home the peril of opposing the Kremlin's authority. The TV host had previously said, "I believe that we should reject the moratorium on the death penalty and introduce articles allowing the execution of traitors and their accomplices, terrorists and their accomplices, sponsors, and financiers, including shooting deserters who abandoned the combat order and betrayed their comrades. Iron will in carrying out orders, strict discipline, and individual accountability for decision-makers. Realization of the weight of one's decisions and the personal accountability that comes with them." Putin is under fire after the murder of Wagner Group founder Yevgeny Prigozhin earlier this week, and Solovyov's tirade comes at a time when the accusations are at their height. On Wednesday, a plane carrying 10 people from Moscow to St. Petersburg crashed shortly after takeoff, and Prigozhin's name was among those confirmed to have been on board. After staging a coup with his mercenaries against the Russian army's military strategy in Ukraine, the Wagner chief was exiled to Belarus. Putin has not been officially implicated in the crash, but many experts around the world believe he was involved.